A newly inducted young doctor had a great mentor who was a senior professor. They had a round, they were about to have a round as usual. And the young doctor was holding a report of a young patient who had a fatal accident, his leg to be amputated. The young doctor started crying. I don't want to break this news to that young man to amputate his leg. So the mentor, the doctor, the old doctor said, don't worry, I will handle it. Just watch. They entered the young patient's room, and the old doctor told the young patient, oh, here is your report. It looks like you have cancer and you have only few days to live. The young patient was so devastated. He asked, no, I don't have cancer. The old doctor said, oh, you are William Jones? The patient said, no, I'm Jim Jones. Oh, I'm sorry. Here is your report. You had some good news. It is not as devastating as the first one. It looks like you need to amputate your leg, that crushed leg, instead of having septic and kill yourself. And why can't you sign the consent letter for the surgery? Yeah, here. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good evening. Mentoring is the most important thing one can grow much faster, swifter than you think. Slide number 2. Every great achiever is inspired by a great leader, a great mentor. Laila Giftiakita. Next slide. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. Oprah Winfrey. A mentor will read your mind. They can easily tell you and navigate you how to go, draw a roadmap, and give the milestones for you. Benjamin Disraeli said, the greatest good you can do for another is just to share your riches, but to reveal to him his own. If somebody is asking you fish, instead of giving them fish, teach them how to fish, mentor them, handheld mentoring if that's required. The histories showed that, proven that there are great leaders mentored by people somebody sometimes could not be that as known as the leaders. Sometimes it can be equally famous and popular. Such good examples are Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook co-founder and CEO, had mentored by Steve Jobs. You must be heard about Mahatma Gandhi. He was mentored by not so famous, but regionally in India it's a known personality, and his name is Mr. Gopal Krishna Gokhale. It was Mr. Gokhale's idea to reform the government and reform the administration through non-violence. He inspired Mahatma Gandhi, and rest is history. To give a final example on this, Bill Gates was thoroughly mentored by Warren Buffett, a great leader, great investor. There's a home story from my own state. southern part of India. There's a young boy called Mustafa. The class 6, he failed. He was just a sixth grader at that point in time. And he came from a humble background. His father was a coolie, which is like a daily wage worker. So he had no future. All he could think and wish and dream is about helping his father in the farms. But one of the teachers, Mr. Thomas, saw his potential, Mustafa's potential, and he came and cajoled, persuaded his Mustafa's father and asked him to join in the school again. He helped him in several ways. And after his schooling, the brilliant Mustafa, the bright Mustafa, got into All India entrance exam and he got into National Institute of Technology, which is the top in India and one of the top in the world, and later moved to Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, which is well known for the management education. Today he runs, 43-year-old Mustafa today runs ID Foods, which is world famous and it goes around the world. What he sells or what the company sells is basically the idli batter, vada batter. It's basically the Indian staple, and the company turnover is 20 million US dollar. Mentoring is so important. It can be in business, it can be in life, it can be spiritual, it can be even toastmastering. Now let's take mentoring, more details in mentoring. What is a mentor? Or what's the attribute of a mentor? What are the attributes of a mentor? A mentor takes a personal interest. This is slide number 5. A mentor takes a personal interest and serves as a role model and builds confidence to the mentee. Building confidence, that's right. Offers knowledge, insight, perspective, and wisdom. So, definitely, a mentor should have much better knowledge than a mentee. Helps someone become successful. One has to be positive, one has to be very good minded, open minded to bring somebody up, lift him up, lift her up. And finally, life, it can be life or career, business or Toastmasters. Next slide. There are steps of Toastmastering. These steps are mode of communication. It can be telephonic calls, it can be WhatsApp, it can be emails, but it's more, the beneficial one is at the moment is the Zoom, if not a direct meeting, and email, which can be documented instead of WhatsApp all the time, or important documents to be emailed. So you can decide on what is effective in your case, the mentor-mentee interaction. So easing the transition. So you are basically lifting somebody from a point A to point B. Learn the program process. For example, Toastmastering. If a new member is coming, getting into icebreaker, give us some kind of orientation. What is Toastmastering? What are the different aspects? What are the pathways about? And which one to choose? Help them. And give them intensive mentoring in the initial few months till they get a hands-on experience. And probably there is a time where they can be independent. And if there is no mentoring required at that point in time, it's not required. You can gracefully move aside. And then it goes to an advanced level. If somebody with elementary skill can go to an intermediary and then advance and then later proficiency. Again, any aspect, business, career, life, or Toastmasters. So if having said that, It looks like mentee is the beneficiary. Slide number 9. There are benefits for mentors as well. Mentors also learn with the process. When you teach somebody, you learn the best. It gives you more self esteem because you are doing a great job. It's a very noble job. Remain productive. Receive recognition if that comes along with. Next slide, number 10. Benefits to the organization is Toastmasters or a company or a family. The organizations or these families or Toastmasters, the club also will benefit. You are generating more efficient members or more efficient employee for a company or more compassionate or more productive member of a family, more satisfied members, higher employee or higher member retention. Next slide is mentors qualities. Availability is one important thing. Patience, sensitivity, respectful, flexible, supportive, knowledgeable, confident, concerned for others, and definitely a good listener. Mentoring steps are there should be an orientation, next level, more resources, practical applications. Qualities of mentees are eager to learn, receptive, open to new ideas, loyal, and definitely be grateful. Mentoring is futuristic. It is recession free. It's pandemic free. A mentor can change somebody's life. To close, the mediocre mentor tells, the good mentor explains. The superior mentor demonstrates, and the greatest mentor always inspires. Over to you.